Welcome back, everyone. I'm Zell, and today it's time to get a look at the Bestech Kendo. Alright guys, if you've been following along, you know that this Kendo's already been through some crap. I mean, we rust tested it. I've used the heck out of it. We disassembled it. It is, and as you can see, I haven't been joking. Get a look at that blade. That's definitely been used. And it has done extremely well for what it is. As we saw whenever we took it apart, it is a G10 and stainless with a D2 blade construction. We do have a free spinning pivot. That's not great, but we are milled out on the inside, and that is great. Our handle scales are contoured G10. One note I'll make there, on this particular knife, whenever it left the factory, they did not perfectly finish the G10. What do I mean by that? Well, whenever you finish G10, whenever you're done sanding on it and whatever you're going to do with it, milling, whatever your finish practice is, you need to take G10 and run just a light coat of oil over it, and it brings out the color. Well, this scale was nice and consistent and looked really nice. This scale had this ugly green spot, and I don't know if I got that on that initial impressions video where I unboxed them all or not, but I took just a little bit of oil, and it was probably ballistol, and just rubbed over it. Problem solved. So, anyhow, back to the knife. We've got a nice looking pivot on this side, which you could get with a set of snap ring pliers or a spanner of some sort, and wouldn't be a problem. We have a standard pivot screw over here with the Torx bit recess in it, and they're nice and deep. We got nice Torx screws and a deep carry pocket clip that is tip up right hand only. And that's a bit unfortunate, but you know, that's all right. So many of them are that way. So what did we get here? We've got a knife that is very close in size to our rat, but it weighs about an ounce less. It's definitely bigger than our Delica, and it's about the same size as our Buck 110, but it also weighs more than an ounce less than the Buck 110. And since we got that blade open, let's get a look at it. Now realize that this is after the rust test. This is after me sharpening it back up, because I used a surface conditioning belt to get the blade back in order. But there you go. It's a very nice finish on this blade, even before I started messing with it. It's got just a beautiful finish, and something to note about this Tanto. You see that little bit of airspace there near the tip of the blade? That Tanto has a little bit of roll to it, and that's a beautiful thing. The tip also has a little bit of roll to it. Now, what I will say there is be careful whenever you're sharpening one of these. It's easy to bring that roll out of that tip accidentally. But otherwise, we have a very, very, very EDC-friendly Tanto. And that, my friends, is a beautiful thing. D2 satin finish. We have a blade stock thickness of about 3.5 millimeters or 0.14 inches. Just excellent. And we didn't go through the measurements, so we'll do that real quick. Our closed length is 4 3/4 inches with a handle thickness of 0.55 and a closed height of 1.1. Nothing. It's thin than this measurement here. An open overall length of 8.36 and a blade length of 3.7 and an edge length of 3.68. And a weight of 4.36 ounces. So, wow. It's just kind of unbelievable the Bestech is doing this. Now, what is the big deal here? What are they doing that is a standout and why I'm impressed with it? We'll get into that here in a minute. For now, let's go to our pause and read card, and I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, mechanically, we've got a ball bearing pivot. It's running on ceramic ball bearings, ceramic detent, stainless liners with, I don't know if we can get a good, yeah, we've got, what is that, about 40-45% lockup. Very nice. Action is all kinds of falsetty. It's just freaking beautiful. And I don't know. It's just freaking awesome. Let's get this guy in the pocket if I can find the jeans. There they are. And see what we end up with. And there we are in the pocket. And this guy literally hides in the pocket. I mean, seriously. It's way down there. But the way the clip comes around, it's very nice. And there's plenty of room under the clip to get it in just about any pants you need to. Very, very well done there. The action, like we just talked about, is beautiful. Detent is set well. Knife opens up extremely well. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. The best thing about this knife, though, is that 1.1 inch closed height. This is a 3.7 inch blade that carries more like a 3 1/4 or 3 1/2, really even smaller, right around a 3 1/4 inch blade, because it's so thin this way. Now it's that candy bar effect, you know, well, maybe not candy bar, but it carries more like a flashlight than it does a knife, and a small flashlight. And you know, look how well it's centered up right down in there. I know that's hard to see, but it is centered up down there. And it's just a beautiful thing, just like these little flourishes they put here. And they even put them back up under the pocket clip, and up here you do have a lanyard hole. And if you did not see the teardown whenever I pulled this G10 backspacer out, oh my lord guys, they done an extremely good job with the backspacer. Okay, I'm going all over the place. Let's get back to this blade. The blade itself is well done, with the exception of the area right there at the plunge grind. Now, they went with a soft plunge grind, which is always pretty, don't get me wrong, but they put that, you've got a couple of millimeters of blade there behind the plunge grind. Now, it's not awful, as you can see, but they could have done better. Get that edge out in front of the plunge grind. Make that sharpening choil just that little smidge bigger. But overall, this is one heck of a great knife. Ergonomically, I mean, it's a stick. There's nothing bad. There's nothing good. Simplicity and handle design. We've talked about that before. We do have this to keep you from running your hand up on the blade, your flipper tab. But other than that, about the only thing I might complain about, and I've complained about this with Wii and a few other brands, is if they would chamfer this area over right here on the inside, just a little bit of a chamfer, because, you know, these knives open and close so well, you don't need that much grip. But that is about my only complaint with the knife. Other than that, it is just a well-built, well-done knife from Bestech. And I hope to see more from them. I hope that they're listening, watching, learning. And it is a beautiful thing whenever a knife company puts together a knife at the price that these are going for. The MSRP on this knife is $65. Street price, somewhere around $50, $55. 52 to 55, 56 bucks is your street price. And if you're looking for a knife to use every day, it's gonna be hard to beat it. It's does it have the flash and pizzazz of the Wii knife or the flash and pizzazz of some of the mid-level Kaisers? No, but it costs half as much, and it's well built. And that's the important thing, is it's well built. And guys, this has been the Bestech Kendo. It's a heck of a good little knife. I've used the heck out of it, and it's just been beautiful. Look for a giveaway on this guy sometime in the next couple of weeks. You know how they go anymore. I don't just throw giveaway videos out there. They'll be hidden somewhere in an apex. So if you want to see the giveaways, you're going to have to watch the apex and find them. But the Kendo is a great one. I enjoyed it a lot. The only one I think I may enjoy more is the Swordfish, and we'll get to that one sometime soon. You guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and watch the apex so that you might be able to win this knife. And I'll see you next time.